guys, K-Beast here. So I have a quick little video for you this week. I'm going out of town again, so I just needed something that I could make up really quickly. So quickly about the artwork. The sketch here I did in my sketchbook with my Prismacolor Colorase pencils. I was, watching YouTube or something, and I had my sketchbook open, and I started doodling ideas for my video, and came up with something really good, and then scanned it, and went right into Photoshop. So I'm inking it using a brush that I got from Kyle T. Webster. I bought his Mega Pack a while back, which I highly recommend getting, by the way, because it's like 14 bucks, and every time he updates it, you get new brushes. I'll put a link in the description to his Gumroad account, where he posts all of his brush packs and stuff. They're absolutely fantastic. So I'm using Clean Comics 1 is the brush that I use. I like this one for my chibi work because it's a hardline brush. It's got an angle to it, so it makes very crisp lines with a lot of variation without too much effort, and I just like the way that it looks. And for my chibis, I like to have my line work be a bit thicker because it's a smaller piece, so that's why I like using that. And then I'll get into the coloring process when I actually start coloring in the video. But as for the subject matter, some of you may already recognize it, some of you may not, but I drew Furter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's like one of my favorite movies ever. And it actually had a big anniversary this year. This year marks the 40th anniversary of its film release. So, in honor of that, I had to do some Rocky Horror art. I have some chibis of some other characters in my sketchbook, and I'm thinking I might make a series of them. I just have to, find the time to do it. Which is a little rough with Inktober going on, because pretty much all of my spare time is with that. So, for colors, I laid down flat colors to start, so that's what I'm doing right now on separate layers for all of the different color areas. And in honor of the movie, I actually pulled up some quick little facts about it. Not much, just the basics. The Rocky Horror Picture Show was originally a 1973 stage production that was written by Richard O'Brien. He plays Riff Raff in the movie, and then it was adapted to a screenplay by him and another guy for 1975, and it was made as a tribute to sci-fi and horror B-movies from the 1930s to the 1970s, which is pretty evident when you watch it. It wound up bombing in its initial release in theaters. It was panned by critics. It was not very popular, and then it started playing in small theaters at midnight, and people started going to see it. They started dressing up as the characters. They started participating with the movie. Shouting bits of dialogue back to the film, bringing in props based on what was going on in the scene, and using them, and it wound up becoming a cult classic. And I'm pretty sure it's like the first big cult classic, actually. I might be wrong, but it definitely sort of defined that word, and it's the longest running theatrical release in film history. And like, it's still in theaters now. You could go anywhere if you're like in your big cities. It'd probably be easier to find it and watch a showing. There's like conventions and stuff, and it's huge. It's still huge 4 years later, and it's fantastic. I first saw Rocky Horror when I was 9. A bit young, I think, to see that movie. Little disclaimer: this is definitely a movie for older people. There are some highly sexual themes in this movie, so probably not the best movie for a 9-year-old to watch, but I did anyway with my brother. My mom actually showed it to us, which probably wasn't the best decision, but whatever. I enjoyed it. I didn't really get a lot of the older themes in it, obviously, because I was 9, but we did the participation thing where, we were told to say things to the movie, and we had squirt guns for a rain scene, and a newspaper to cover our heads during that rain scene, and there's scenes in the movie where you're supposed to, like, throw things, like somebody calls someone a hot dog at one point, so you throw a hot dog at the screen, and there's a dinner party, and someone makes a toast, so you throw toast at the screen, and, like, at 9, I was being told that I was allowed to throw stuff at the TV screen while the movie was going on, and I thought it was the best thing ever, even those parts of the movie where I was kind of like, okay, it's a little weird, but I had so much fun, so that memory stuck with me. And then as I got older, I started to really understand what it was that I had seen and stuff. I just love the movie even more. It's a lot of fun, especially if you can find people to do the participating things with. You know, the music's really catchy. I actually played the soundtrack while I was coloring this and was kind of dancing in my seat and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. I haven't actually watched the movie yet this year because every October my friends and I have a Halloween movie night. We get together and we watch a couple of movies, and every year we watch Hocus Pocus. That is the one that we watch every single year regardless, and then the other ones just kind of vary. And Rocky Horror gets thrown in with that bunch often, so I'm waiting for that night to see if we're going to watch it together, because it's fun to watch alone, but it's so much more fun when you've got other people with you and you can turn it to a party. So I'm waiting for that. And that'll be good. I didn't really get into more of the color stuff. I used gradients on multiply layers, and I did a shadow layer, 2 shadow layers, each multiplied in grays, just to lay out where the shadows were, and then I selected and adjusted them using the hue and saturation filter, and then I locked the line art layer and colored the line art, and did some final details with glitter brushes and stuff on the top, because, you know, it's Frankenfurter, it's gotta be sparkly. But I had a lot of fun doing this, and you know, I want to do something Halloween themed for October, and I had some difficulty signing, I don't know why, but I had a lot of fun working on this. Rocky Horror is one of my favorite movies ever. It's a big part of queer history. You know, so if you're part of the queer community like I am, it's definitely worth taking a look at some point. It's just so much fun. So yeah, so that's it for this week. So you can check out my other videos. I'm still working on my Inktober stuff, and I will have a compilation video on the 1st of November, first week of November, I should say. But thank you so much for watching. You can check out the links in the description below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!